So you NYPD or FBI?
The bankers can't talk to you.
You look more like you're NYPD or a desperate FBI operative, a very desperate one. The kind who has incredible career stagflation, career that has gone nowhere. That's what you remind me of.
All right.
A man who's desperate for some action to progress his career.
I'm looking for some opportunity.
Yes, that's what you appear.
And you're the opportunity.
You appear to be looking for opportunity, and you think, yeah, and that's incredible. You just stated that, and so you think I'm the opportunity.
Well, that's what you think.
Well, I didn't say that. You said it.
Well, yeah. If you
And
said
so,
it, I'm desperately
are you
looking for.
here on behalf of the Bureau or NYPD? I think the Bureau. You may be more of a bureaucrat.
I'm a bureaucrat, maybe.
A desperate one, though.
I'm a technocrat.
Seem more like a bit of a bureaucrat, huh? Yeah, that's okay.
It's all right,
I've had
though.
many conversations with many bureaucrats.
No, it's good.
Yeah, and they all end up on YouTube.
But I can sit here, right?
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's fine.
Well, but you follow me around sometimes. It's very creepy.
But this is public place, isn't it?
So you're saying that following me around in public place is okay?
I'm following you around. I'm sitting in a public place, so it's okay, right?
But
Is that okay with you?
you follow me around though. I find that very
Well,
creepy.
that's what you say. I mean, if that's what
So
you
let me
believe.
ask you a question. Do you think that, because I've noticed you following me around, do you think there's any chance on earth that I'm going to engage you in any kind of conversation that gives you anything substantive to progress your scumbag career?
Well, here
Do you
you are.
think-
You're conversing with me.
Do you think that there's anything I'm going to say to you to help your scumbag bureaucrat career and your practice of fishing for fools and hurting the American people? Do you think that I'm going to give you anything other than that to progress your scumbag career?
I don't know about that, but you're conversing with me. You're engaging me now. I mean, you don't know what I'm kind of.
do you think that I'm going to give you anything
Yeah, I see.
in your scumbag career to
Yeah,
help
so
you?
maybe that's
The
recorded.
way you
right?
and your colleagues fish for fools and cultivate evil scumbags, terrorists, and you think I'm going to give you something other than what I'm saying to you?
Well, you're already talking.
In my opinion,
You're talking.
you and your colleagues who engage in your practice should be prosecuted by a federal judge
Really?
and lined up and given capital punishment
For what?
for your practice of fishing for fools and cultivating terrorists. And you should be lined up by a federal
Well,
judge.
you think that people are doing that?
And you should be lined up, and you and your scumbag piece of shit colleagues from Bangladesh and India should be lined up as analysts, and you should all be given capital punishment.
What,
Every one of
what
you.
makes you think that I'm from Bangladesh or India?
Every one of you should be
We
lined
don't
up.
know that.
You should be lined up, and
I'm not from anywhere.
put
I'm
in
from
prison.
here.
You should be put
I'm
in
Indian.
prison. You should be put in prison.
I'm an American Indian.
That's
I'm more American
God,
than you.
God bless you. Bless your heart. You should all be lined up and given capital punishment for what you've been doing.
I'm serving my country.
You're serving your country by hurting Americans.
Well, if they're bad, they're bad.
Fishing for fools and blowing up Americans is serving your
They are
country.
trying to create problems. And,
You
know,
are a
they-
scumbag.
No, that's what
Your
you
practice of you and your colleagues of fishing for fools and hurting Americans is abhorrent. It's an egregious abuse of power. And eventually, you and your scumbag colleagues will be abhorred by the American people with as much abhorrence and contempt that I have for you. And with that being said,
Who are
I have
these
nothing
American
else to say to you.
Who are
A federal judge should convict you and your scumbag colleagues,
But who are these American people?
line you up, and you should be given the death penalty by firing squad, by a federal judge. That's what you deserve for what you've been doing. You laugh because you're very proud. You're living large off the hog. You and your scumbag colleagues have been using this process of cultivating and fishing for fools and blowing up Americans.
Did we catch any fools?
You've been doing that simply to progress your careers and line your pockets, to sit here as a smug scumbag that you are, and to smile and laugh about it.
Well,
And eventually,
somebody's
it's going
paying
to
me
catch
for
up
that.
to you. It's all public knowledge.
somebody's paying me for
And
that.
eventually,
How do you know
I'm
this?
going to endorse a federal judge.
How
I'm
do you
going to
know?
be very
How
proud
do
to
you
see a federal
know all
judge
this?
convict you and your piece of shit murder colleagues, convict
You're
us
just
to
a
death.
smart fella,
You
huh?
deserve
You know all
the
this
death
stuff, huh?
penalty. You deserve the death penalty. You and your scumbag colleagues by firing squad. It's the most ethical way to kill you all from a
They
federal
don't do
judge.
that anymore. They do electrical chairs.
And that's the best way to take care of you. I hope a federal judge convicts you of that. You and your scumbag piece of shit colleagues. whether you're from NYPD or FBI. You can go fuck yourself.
See, the NYPD is right there.